Happy New Year, everybody. Hello and welcome. January 1st, we're streaming X-Wing. I hope you all had a great New Year's. I'm sure it was better than mine. I'm joined by Steven. Steven, your last name, I pronounce it's Weiland, right? Or is it Wayland?
Weiland is correct.
Awesome.
Well done,
That's
sir.
what I think that I've gotten that right every time. I've said it now. I'm lucky. Steven Weiland is here with us. Steven, congrats on the Team USA Championship and your own run. Team USA,
Thanks.
you played Republic and did very well.
Did indeed. Yeah, it was the whole team was just we fired the whole finals weekend. I think our lowest faction by record was 6-3 or better. So it was just awesome run, and great group of guys, and I was just ecstatic to be able to bring the title finally to the US.
USA, baby. Welcome to the XTC champ. Yep, exactly. Desi has got it right. Well, guys, this is not only an important stream because it's starting off 2024 now in style here streaming X-Wing, but it's a little bit more than that, as we are playing a special type of X-Wing. We have our team league starting. This is opening day for the 312 team league, and this is so wild. Like, I'm used to the overlays, Steven, like going all the way down to the bottom of the screen, and like half of it is just all that open space because both of these two brought free ship lists. It's amazing. I love it. So we've got a matchup here between where's versus. Oh, weird. I don't think I have the animation loaded up. Anyways, it was on a hard drive. That's fine. We've got a matchup here between Team Coarse, Rough, and Irritating on the left, captained by Sandy. See, I put Sandy Sand. That's Sandy's last name I made up, I decided. And then on the right side, we have the X815's, a team formed by the Patrick family. Cat Pat playing Scum. Of course, Sandy brought Rebels. Three ship list, and as Steven pointed out, Boba is the smallest based ship in this matchup, which is pretty humorous to me.
That doesn't happen very often, but in this one, he's the little guy.
Yeah, right. Not often at all. I'm going to open up betting for you all. We have a lot to talk about. We'll ease into it. We got plenty of time. How was your New Year's, Steven?
It was great. Really kind of a low-key evening with family, and definitely finally remembered to be winter in the Chicagoland area. So
that's for sure.
Mostly stayed inside.
Yeah. Well, I can promise you all that it wasn't all of your New Year's, whether you stayed inside, it was low key, you're on your own with friends, whatever. Last night I went to a party. It started early. It was around 6. We played a lot of games. It was a lot of fun. Drank a lot. And I drank just enough that when everyone was doing the countdown to the new year, I was in the bathroom, Steven, throwing up. So that was my New Year's. Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. It's just like, I mean, honestly, I wish somebody had been playing the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme just over and over again on repeat while that was happening, because man, that was rough. I've never had anything like that happen before, but it is just a PSA to make sure that you don't mix your alcohol, because it's an easy thing to do when you're at a party for several hours. And so I spent most of today dying and recovering. I'm feeling okay now. Lots of electrolytes and just trying to get over the ultimate shame that was the end of my New Year's celebration. Oh man,
glad you're on the mend.
How do you go in your 20s and have issues with too much booze? It's pretty common, I think. I mean, I think it's easy to drink too much booze when you're younger. One of my excuses. That's what one of them's going to be. Also, my tolerance is never the same. And lastly, you're never supposed to mix multiple alcohol. Like, if you have beer, you're not really supposed to drink hard liquor. If you're drinking, more than a beer. I broke all of those rules, so those are my excuses. But I think a lot of people in my case would get sick as well, even though I'm kind of a lightweight. Oh man.
Yeah, I feel like I can remember what was the saying. So liquor before beer, and the clear beer before liquor only makes you sicker. I feel like that was from a comedy special somewhere.
Oh wow, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. Let's see. I need to pull up the scenarios we're doing. Solve. Boom. Solve the satellite array for this one. All right, everybody. So while we have a second, betting is open, by the way. We're going to go over and break down what exactly the team league is. We have two divisions in the 312 team league. We got the Chicago Dog division and we have the Deep Dish division. Okay, we've got 6 teams in each division. On the left, we have the Dumpster Donuts. In the Chicago Dog division, Dumpster Donuts, the Range 3 Obstructeds, the X815's, the Bad Batch, the Coarse, Rough, and Irritatings, and the Slice and Dice teams. On the right, in the Deep Dish division, we have Eurotrash. We have the Seven Sons, the Rule of Three, the 312 Crew. We'll bring that up one more time. I actually timed that. There it is. The 312 Crew, which I am a part of course. Captained by Epionic, though. I made him captain. He's doing a great job so far. We've got the Psychedelic Pina Jam and the MWNs. The mistakes were made. As you can see, we already have a couple of score updates as Eurotrash had a concession and a win today. So they did clinch week 1. This is a 6-week season. Regular season is 6 weeks. Teams of 3 were either formed by the captain grabbing a couple people they wanted to play with and they formed teams that way, or they requested to be placed on a team randomly. Most people formed their own teams, so we did have a few teams that were assembled randomly. They were randomly assigned to a division. And the playoff picture is interesting because the division winners get a first round bye, and there are 4 wildcard teams. Every week, pairings are assigned by the captain whose team has the most mission points. For the first week, it was randomly assigned. Yeah, Desi, tough luck. Definitely time to submarine. It's early, man. Go for that division win. They're good to start.
It looks like we might be missing a player.
Oh, yeah.
Sandy is not currently in the room or Discord.
Let's see. Well, gives me more time to talk about everything, I guess. Cool. We have, and also we have a new, I saw in the chat, a new face. Someone who's just about to hop into X-Wing is in the Chicagoland area and joined our Discord. Welcome. And I got to give him a shout out because Gil Galad is their Discord name, which of course is the High Elf King from the Lord of the Rings. But before the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, we got NFL insider Leroy Teddy helping me out, putting together the bounties. We also have a bounty system in this for list building challenges to encourage people to play and have fun with slightly off meta things when they want to. And one of the bounties, one of the highest earning bounties, is to win a game with Boba Fett. 700 points. Obviously, Boba Fett is very good, but it is not easy to build lists around him at his 9-point cost. So excited to see how this game unfolds. He can certainly hold his own. And
it's challenging but doable.
Challenging but doable. I'm just waiting on Sandy to come back. I will just. No worry. They just messaged me. No worries. Okay. All right. Other things. One of the other big things that we announced today is that we started our Patreon. So I think the Patreon image is not showing up right now. That's fine. But exclamation point Patreon. There we go. So we posted a video. It's a couple minutes. Basically, reason why we're moving into doing Patreon on top of all of what we get generously from you all in Twitch is because Twitch just takes so much that it's harder to put money back into the stream. So we are certainly happy with whatever we can get, and we're never doing this to make money, but we're trying to avoid losing a lot of money as we have lost a lot of money. So it just helps. Anything you all can do, with whether ultimately just being here and supporting us watching is the most important thing, but anything else and more you want to do, you can, and that is an option. So Patreon is really helpful and an amazing thing for creators. One of my favorite bands called Pomplamoose, they do cover music for a living. the lead member of the band was the co-founder of Patreon, and he started Patreon because he wanted to raise money to support his indie band. Super cool. I love the platform. It's really great for creators. They do not take much out from creators, so that means that the money that that you are sending to your favorite content creators, whoever, artists, whatever, most of it, if not all of it, in a lot of cases, it's almost all of it goes to them, which is nice to know that that's the case. So. Anyways, that's the spiel. We've already had a few people sign up. Shout out to Candyac, one of our locals. Peter is the first Capone patron. We wanted to keep it all Chicago themed. Let's see how Sandy is. No, Sandy's not back yet. Man, I should have really drawn that out. Didn't do a very good job of that, Steven, did I?
You're holding your own so far.
Well,
so yeah, one of the things I was noticing. So it looks like you've done some really fanciful custom damage checks for the league. Yeah, these look awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I did damage decks. I did matchup animations. I did the custom mat. All that stuff is all the streamers can grab. I'm actually gonna pull down a couple from the Dropbox since I can't link it to the hard drive right now. So while we wait, I will do that. Yeah, I think the rest of the damage decks are here. I thought it would be fun to make some damage decks. Obviously, some of them are goofy, but that's the point. Euro Trash is my favorite logo, of course. Outrageous. As soon as they sent that to me, I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm really liking the bounty hunters in front of the Christmas tree singing their whatever their favorite carol is.
Yeah, that's Snaggletooth. That's Joel's
that's
team.
Wonderful.
The Seven Sons. Okay, here we go. Download it. So Steven, tell me about what you've been flying recently?
Sure.
Give the audience something to listen to while we wait. What have you been enjoying the most in the X-Wing right now? I know you've been kind of experimenting with different lists.
Yeah, for certain. And I put an Imperial list out that, I mean, I wouldn't say it's super strong, but it was certainly super enjoyable. So it was Boy Vader alongside the Grand Inquisitor and the V1, fifth brother in the V1, and the second sister in the TIE Interceptor. So having Vader in his Inquisitorius was just blast and a half. I know I flew that against a scum list that's been doing pretty, like, it was a 5-ship scum list. So I think it was Mando, Fenn, the two scum Y-wings that have been seeing plays, Arliss and Lima, and then I think the last ship, I can't remember if it was Bosk or if it was an M3A, but flew against that to a draw, so that was all kinds of fun. And then trying to get ahead of the curve because I know eventually we'll get some points. And so I was putting Boy Han next to Nora, Shara, and Garvin all in the Arc.
So you think Han? You're anticipating that maybe we see Han go up to 8 points? Maybe
either he's going to go up to 8 points, or
Bistan
might see some changes to Bistan, and time will tell. But I don't know. It feels like I don't think he's going to stay put with what he's got with his current loadout. So, and that's what's evident. Last year at Worlds, Boy Han's a solid piece. He's not as good as double tapping Bistan Han, but still a good piece at 7 points. And so, trying to kind of guess as to like what might be available after a points change, but that's been a good amount of fun. And then I've got a another rebel list. So it's Ezra in the gauntlet, so similar to what Sandy's flying. Next to Hera in the RZ1, Sabine in the RZ1, at Wedge in the RZ1, and then Boudica in the Rebel Fang Fighter, and that's been quite fun so far too. And then when I had the chance to go to PAX, flew Boba, Manaru, and the Mandalorian, and went 3-1 with that, and that was a whole heap of fun. So yeah, there's lots of fun choices out there. I don't know if all of them are super competitive, but sometimes you just want to put chips on the table that are fun, and I feel like this league is definitely capturing that. So
yeah, thank you. That's the goal. Also, Bedwards, I want to give you the proper shout out. Thank you so much for that sub earlier. Apologies for not hitting it till now. Dock. Oh yes, I can dock the chat over on this side. Perfect. Easier to read that way. Perfect. That is awesome. All right, the Wargaming Dad putting his bets in, and now we should be able to. We are underway. Opening day, our first maneuver on stream of the 312 Team League as the Coarse, Rough, and Irritatings take on the X815's. Captain Sandy on the left has their Rebel list, 3-ship list, all large base, facing off against the X815's. Cat, Pat, the Patrick family making up this team. These are all teams of 3. And the 815, they're X815s because they're from the Chicagoland area, which is kind of fun. So that's a tribute. That team name is a tribute to that fact, which is pretty cool. Let's break down the list though, Steven. Which list do you want to take? I'll do the other one that you don't.
I'm happy to do the scum one. Always near and dear to my heart.
Okay, so then I'll do Rebel first, and then we can go over to you. So left
sounds
to right.
good.
Does that work?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Start time on them as well on my side. We've got Han Solo here with Lone Wolf, Ursa Wren, R2-D2 crew, engine upgrade, and Millennium Falcon. I love it. Just very different build. No Bistan. This is another bounty attempt as well. The winner of the player with the most bounty points at the end of the season gets a hoodie or shirt of their choice from our merch store. Donated generously by Teddy Roosevelt. So both players winning a game with Bistan, I believe, gets you how much is it again, Teddy? I don't know if he's here right now. He'll remind us. It's between like 800 to 1,000 points, and then if you win a game with Boba, we'll talk about Boba in a second, you also get 700 points. The second ship in the list here is Kanan Jarrus at I3. Love Kanan and Rebels, one of my favorite characters. With Compassion, Dorsal Turret, Magva Yarrow, Saw Gerrera, and Veteran Hurt Gunner. Really nasty. You shoot at him. He can't use his ability on himself, but he will still punish you if you do take a shot at him. Any damage goes through. He gets that lock. He's got Saw. Really nasty. And lastly, rounding out the list, Ezra Bridger with Compassion, Notorious, Contraband Cybernetics, Night Brother, and the Swivel Wing. That is the list for the captain of the Coarse, Rough, and Irritating team. Sandy, over to you, Steven, with Cat Pat's scum list.
Alrighty. So Cat's got starting off with Boba, main staple Fearless, the Child, can't go wrong with some Force on Boba, Contraband Cybernetics, Marauder for those rerolls out the rear, and then rounding out with Veteran Tail Gunner. So Boba's got one out the front and a shot out the front and a shot out the rear. He'll just take them both. So absolute juggernaut at 9 points. So if Boba can stay on the table, I think the Rebels might be in some trouble. Dr. Aphra in the party bus with Gamut Key, Lando Calrissian, BT1, over 2 modulators, Contraband, Electronic Baffle, and Houndstooth. I've flown against Cat before with Dr. Aphra, and Dr. Aphra is certainly no joke. And then rounding out the list with Manaru. Yeah, that's right. Best girl in the scum faction, I would say. With Notorious, so if you shoot at her, she'll get a reroll with the strain. And then Agile Gunner, Contraband Cybernetics, punishing 1 title, adding that third die out the front, and then R5P8 to give Manaru those rerolls. Yeah, super excited to see how this is going to pan out, because with all these large bases, with Assault that I think it's gonna be really tight match, and excited to see as to who can surge ahead in the early going, but excited to see how this pans out.
Yeah, it's interesting. Sandy has the I3s, Kanan and Ezra kind of lurking, coming down towards from the top of the board towards the middle, straight down. Cat has Boba and Afra in a little bit more of a jousty position here with Han. I do like this matchup. I do think Boba. Oh man, it's gonna be. I think this is. I think I like Rebels in this a little bit, but I can never take away the power of Boba Fett and what he's capable of doing, the amount of damage he can cause. But of course, we're seeing one reason why Han is so good, being able to do that I6. You get that boost there too, being able to get out some firing arcs, get some distance. Lots of bumps in the future, probably. How's it going, Net John? Watching his daughter playing here. All right, triple eyeballs here from Han. I don't think he's going to just use his ability.
He's going to take that reroll.
It's 2. Is his range, was his range 3 obstructed?
I think it was
range
just
2.
range. Yeah, range 2.
Oh, natty evades from Afra. How about that? Not even taking a damage. And this is round 2. Update that here on our counter. All right, can you guys hear the music? I know I dropped it down. I'm going to bring it back up a little bit. It sounded loud to me, but I have to use a different player right now than what I usually use, so it's throwing me off a little bit. So
we've got Afra into Han. So with the
you spend that token to reroll? No, not going to. Nothing. Thinking with Lando, right?
Yeah, I was surprised. A little bit surprised that she didn't, but maybe not keen on taking that target lock for damage.
Both players are going to get 2 scenario points. Why is Boba not going fast? Yeah, Boba did a 2 straight. I think, and then the next turn,
followed by another 2 straight.
Another 2 straight, yeah. Think maybe in hopes of trying to maybe come in and block Han, so Afra could get a good chance of getting some damage into him. Not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, so you're saying, yeah, maybe she could have gone. The second maneuver could have been a lot faster. It was Boba not shooting Han there could pay dividends in this game.
Some tracking. So it looks like Afra's keeping the reinforce with Gamut. So that's probably
that got it. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Some nice trickery there.
Here. So these two teams are in the same division, the Chicago Dog division. These are two teams that I would look out for, duking it out at the top, see who gets that first round bye in the playoffs. So we've got Sandy, Andre, and I'm spacing on the third player for some reason, and Noah.
Yeah, some heavy hitters on both
Heavy
sides.
hitters, yeah. And then Cat, Pat, Crispy, and John, the Patrick family, of course. These are two teams that I would certainly look out for. Not to discount any of the other teams in the division, their division. But all right. All right, here comes Manaru doing a free bank here. Focusing. Having that turret rotated to the side. I think they're all trying to get together so that they can just pick one of the I3s, Steven, and just kind of go full joust mode. I think that might be the strategy now for Cat. I would think next turn they will all kind of turn in. Although, does the Jumpmaster have a 1 hard? I can't remember. So 2 hard is Rockville.
So it does.
Is it white going to ship right or pilot right?
So it would be white if it was going to the left for the pilot. So so it would be one of those things where if Cat
contraband
opts
situation
for
maybe.
like could definitely contraband. And looks like Boba's gonna be able to claim that top objective up there.
Yeah, so looks like it'll be another 2-2 here. These large bases, they really do love assault at the satellite array. It is more difficult, though, when you're contesting and facing off against other multiple large bases. It ends up kind of just a lot of more contesting opportunities where nobody scores any points. I think that list that I played against you, Steven, the other day, I think that's what I'm going to play against in my matchup tomorrow.
Nice. Han's going to go down and claim that bottom objective.
So it will be 3-2 here. And Han does reach out and gets Afra there. Not Afra, rather. Manaru at range 3. Looks like the reroll. We might have that reroll from either of the rocks at the top left or in the middle there. Let's see what we get.
It definitely has the one.
Hello, Catherine. Happy New Year. Ooh, not bad. Han using a lot of his engine upgrade boosts here, so he doesn't have mods for these shots outside of his reroll ability. I think you keep it at 2 though. Checking for Lone Wolf. Doesn't get it. Another good roll though. Is why not spend? You're not going to damage Han.
And yep, throwing that strain out there.
It's going to take the damage though. It looks like. Or wait, no, Han had 2. After roll or Manaru rolled 2. So we're good.
So strain from Notorious.
Can't use my eyes. So yep, Han is now strained from Notorious on Manaru. This is Boba's shot at Obstructed into Kanan. Doesn't get any rerolls.
2 dice.
Yeah, right. Love it. Love to see it. So funny. The Ace of Legend. It's gonna feel really bad when we get natty evades here. I think you almost want to take the damage here. You do, because then you can Magva. That's a bit of an awkward spot with the rock, though. I gotta say, I think you're eating that damage.
Yep. Spent the force.
Spends the force. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Unobstructed with the dorsal or the side turret rather, from Manaru.
2v1 with the Notorious strain.
Yeah, you could get a damage in on Han. It might be the only opportunity you get. You get the Notorious reroll. To return to. There it is. Okay.
Roll from Han. Takes 2.
Not great, Bob. All right. 2 shield. Next. The Dr. Afra herself, PhD, PsyD, taking a shot.
Rolling the wrong dice.
Rolling the defense dice here for their attack. There we go. Okay, it's going to be 2, right?
As a focus.
As a focus. Re-rolling with the reinforced. But Kanan's still got to shoot, right? Yeah, that could be tough. To the Ghost taking just 1 with the reinforce playing into this as well. Down to 3 shields. And that target lock gets acquired. Ezra has nothing. So we go to Mr. Jarrus. Sometimes I see Kanan equipped with heightened perception sometimes. Not in this build. But he tends to be popular when you can give him a force crew. You can spend that force to shoot at I7.
Yeah, making that leap up to I7 with 4 dice primary is that's always a good life choice.
Yeah, being able to initiative kill an I6 is pretty. That chance is pretty good as well. That's why the Tapusk meta needs to be a thing. Tapusk, 4 hits here, spending that lock. Afra taking 4.
Gonna take it all.
Into the hole now. The damage card face down. And objective points, it'll be 3-2 in favor of Coarse, Rough, and Irritating Captain Sandy. 5-4 now, heading into round 3. And one last time, everybody, those just tuning in, Happy New Year. 2024, starting us off right with X-Wing. 2 games tonight, joined by Steven Weiland of Team USA, the champions.
Hey, everybody.
Hello there.
So we did have an agile gunner rotate at the end
Thanks
phase.
for pointing that out. With Manaru.
Yeah, so Manaru's back to that 3 dice out the front.
Man, veteran turret gunner, Sagarera, Magva, Wombo combo is pretty filthy. Like, that's such a thing to be worried about.
You're not wrong.
You've only gotten a shield on him so far.
Although Kanan's in an interesting spot, because depending on what the road roll ends up being, Kanan could potentially find himself, if he wants to do the dive in, where he's stuck on a rock.
Yeah, you mean if like Afra would need to do what, a 3 hard?
So a 3 hard, which I mean that feels like a good spot for Afra. That Kanan might not clear that rock, and so taking that 4 dice gun out of shooting for a turn or 2 can be tricky.
Absolutely.
Because especially when you only have 3 ships in the list, it's like you need all of them to hit pretty hard. And then potentially having a shot from Boba, and from Manor like that, like Kanan might be down more than just 1 shield at the end of this next round. So we'll see how this turns out.
Yeah, no matter what, Afra into the hole could be soaking up a massive amount of crits if Kanan is able to clear. Something to be worried about and to consider. Not really much you can do about that. Afra, you do need to turn in with everybody right now. I expect Manaru to do that 1 hard with Contraband. You just got to get your shots on target here. So that was the time to do it, now or never. The Old Reaper, thank you so much for the follow. That we're one of my goals is I really, really, really want us to get to 1,000 followers by the end of January. That's only about 15 people. I think we can do it. So if you are watching and are not following, it's free and it's easy. You can always unfollow later when I tell a really corny dad joke. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandma, tell your cat, tell your dog, tell your gerbil, tell your rat. to watch 312 and follow. And maybe, and just maybe, you will get to 1,000. Steven, do you have any pets?
Don't. Growing up in middle school, I had a hamster for a few years. Speedy was Speedy was a very good hamster, and would typically, I don't know, once every 3 months or so, when he's like, oh, I need to go on a diet, he would escape and go and hang out in the ventilation system for like a week or so.
Oh gosh.
And then come back. He's like, oh, look, I'm back. He's like, oh, look, Speedy, you slimmed down. Good job, buddy. But yeah, he was a good hamster. Occasionally, I would bring him down the block and in one of those plastic rolling balls, and yeah, Speedy enjoyed that, and so did the neighbor friend. So that was always an exciting adventure for one and all.
Yeah. Well, that's cute. Speedy, good name for a hamster as well, I would think.
Yeah, he lived up to it and then some.
Yeah. Everybody, I'm gonna plead with you all. I asked earlier if you guys want to make sure Steven is loud enough for you all, and the music is audible, but in the background. I can actually, you know what I can do? Steven, go ahead and say something real quick for me.
Will do.
Yeah.
You're a wizard. Yeah, you're a wizard with the soundboard there.
Yeah, I'm just monitoring everything, trying to make sure it sounds okay. I can barely hear the music, dude. Greg, I don't know about you, but the Pretzel Beats player, it isn't letting me sign in. Like, it opens the browser to sign in, and then it just crashes. Like, it won't let me sign it. So I'm using the browser player. I'm gonna turn up the music. It's also really quiet right now, the music.
So Nick, I think we should start calling you Nick the Grey with your wizarding ways.
Oh, hi. Thank you. You know, I'm never late, nor am I early. I always arrive precisely when I mean to, although my employer doesn't really appreciate that attitude. But I've convinced them for now.
Sandy wins his first road roll of the game.
All right, how about now, Greg? Can you hear the music now? Also, shout out to Nickel City X-Wing and Happy New Year to Greg. We rejoined the Draft League, and I'm excited about that. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that, the pretzel thing, and that road roll is big, as you pointed out, because that rock skip, and I guess they didn't even hit the rock, huh, with the maneuver template? No, they did.
They did, yep. Rolling right now. It's just the 1 damage.
The gold die, you'll never take damage with that gold die when you roll it. Yeah, maybe I can reach out to them. I would think they would have fixed that. That's a huge glitch. I'm sure, you know, we're not the only people dealing with it.
So it looks like
this is a enemy bump. It's the red focus.
Yeah.
Ouch time though.
Yeah, both of those ships are going to take a massive amount of damage for certain. And there's the hard one that you called.
I suppose a one bank would have worked too, but not knowing where Kanan is. Okay, Boba in a pretty good VTG situation though. Gonna be taking a focus. Was OTM not popped? Am I stupid? What does OTM mean? Overtune modulators? No, it wasn't.
No.
Yeah, no. It probably would have been a good turn to do it though, huh? Pop to pop overtuned. Afra might not survive this phase. And if that's the case, then you need to sink like, I don't even know, man. I don't know if there's an amount of damage you can achieve to feel okay about losing Afra. But at least there's no heightened perception. I don't think he'd be initiative killed by Kanan anyways. Han does have a range. Looks like that's a range 2 shot. Starting us off at I6. Han always shoots first. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
He's got Lone Wolf.
Gets it. There you go. Spend the focus. Finally able to mod shots. Manaru has shields up right now. We'll be taking 2.
Yeah, Kanan's going to take a lot of damage this turn, but is it going to be enough? Because he's got the reinforce out to 4, so mitigating some of that damage.
I think one thing that is nice for Cat is that we don't have to worry about the Magva Yarrow initiative thing, right? Because Cat's going to be shooting after Kanan. There's no lock on Afra from Kanan right now.
That's true.
That's nice. Could it be helpful? So Boba, he's.
I think you reroll. I think you reroll to try to get a crit or doing 2. Yeah, that works. Gets to 4 with the fearless.
Yep, this is into God. That sucks. You get
That's
1 damage into Ezra with the reinforce.
Or 2.
But reinforce.
Oh, that's right. It's only with the reinforce. So that's right.
Only 1. That's rough. You get a full string and you get 1 damage in. VTG out the back into Kanan from Boba Fett now.
You get 3 rerolls with the Marauder title if it's needed.
He wants to rule with respect here. And he's going to rule with respect with some rerolls. And he can spend his focus. Why not? Do it. Yeah, do it. 3 hits and a crit. Kanan taking... Oh, we're rolling 2 dice.
Rolling too many?
Kanan's just taking this. Okay. So Kanan will take... Got excited. The prospect of Kanan being 2 agility.
Yeah, that would be broken good.
Yeah, no, thank you. What's that crit?
And the crit is... weapons failure.
Ooh, that is that's awesome for Cat. Blinded would have been better, but weapons is great. Weapons failure. I'll bring it up on the screen for Crispy here, who's listening without audio right now.
Oh, the 6 red dice coming in with the primary and the dorsal still. Whoa, all hits.
All hits. There's no crits. That's good for Afra. Afra taking 3. Down to 5. Yeah, would have been nice to get a blank in there for Cat, but Sandy making good work there with that first roll. This is the additional attack here. Going to spend a force. Not going to Saw Gerrera. Being conservative. That's 2. Cat rolls another evade.
Swiggle.
Down to 4. Still alive and probably, I hope, going to survive Ezra's shot. I forget that Manaru is also initiative 3. This is the most initiative 3s I've seen in a long time in one game, Steven. This is wild to me.
Yeah, because there's not
4
many,
initiative 3s.
Yeah, not many that see. I mean, a lot of play outside of. I mean, off the top of my head, the Rebel A-wings, and Sabine in the tie, but yeah, it's fun to see these ships that you just don't get a chance to see a whole lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, spends a force.
This is into Afra range 2. Gonna have to spend. Afra takes a crit.
Direct, so stays alive.
Alive on 2.
Mm-hmm.
You need dorsal range 0. They did, but the bump was not into, technically they're not range 0. The bump was an enemy bump, but running in a Boba. So that was not a range 0 shot, it was range 1. But
correct.
With a weapons failure. So that's why you saw only 2 dice, it's not 3.
All right, so 4 dice into Kanan. I think for just 1.
Kanan takes a single damage. Would have liked like 2 or 3 there. Been nice. Manaru has an unobstructed range 1. Wow, that's unobstructed, huh? Okay. It's going to roll with respect. Nicely done. That was a good one. Probably going to cost me a follower for that, but worth it. Worth the cost of a follower. Wasn't even my joke, but I repeated it. All right. Manaru, can we get Kanan down to 3? Or rather, 5. Get 3 into him.
Oh.
No.
Reroll with our 5 PA.
Oh, yeah. Have that focus. There's a crit in there, which is nice. You want to crit sponge Kanan. Hey, there's another one.
2 crits.
That's going to be 2 crits. So it's going to be hit, crit, crit going into Kanan. You love it if you're Cat. Kanan, not so happy about that. 4K looks really good for Kanan next turn, though. Unless he, for some reason, can't. But I'm sure he'll be fine. Let's get Panic Pilot. All right. Steven, let me know what they are.
All right, so crit number 1 is Hull Breach. Uh-oh. That is not what the ghost wants to see. And crit number 2, Blinded Pilot.
Oh, no.
Turns off Saw.
Hasn't even used Saw yet at this point. Not that there has been much time or opportunity to do it, but still, that's a fact. So Kanan, I believe he's down to 5 hull. Is that correct, Steven?
Let's do the quick check. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. So 6 damage cards through. So 4. Kanan's on 4 hull.
Okay. Let's put in these crits: a Hull Breach and a Blinded Pilot.
And weapons failure from before.
Yep, and a weapon. So 3 total crits there. The Hull Breach is the one that I'd be even more concerned about. Manaru, I think, does Manaru have... I thought Manaru had a shield left. We missed that?
No, it was shields down. It was shields down.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, y'all. And we're still... Sorry to interrupt.
So
Even with our Patreon, which again, I would consider checking out if you can. We got 3 tiers, really helps us out. We're still doing sub goals as well. I think we're 22 away from another Crossroads card pack, but we'll do a bonus giveaway if we can hit 70. We'll do one for 70 as well. So I'm gonna add one in for 70. It'll be a wild card though. We won't know what it is. Trying to kick off the new year right with some cool sub goals. Got, merch in there. We got the Crossroads felt backed thin objective tokens. Those are really nice.
Those
metal objective tokens, and then the FFG official alt paints, or not even alt paint. It's an official Plo Koon paint shop ship. It comes with the cardboard, comes with the ship, and its protective box. That was one of the cool prizes I won for Gen Con, I guess, because number 1 Swiss got a Plo Koon ship. I was like, oh, that's fun. I didn't realize that was on the table. So I'll give it back to you all. Why can't the ghost take contraband, by the way? Just because there's no illicit slot on Kanan, right? Probably why. It just comes down to the slot. If the pilot has that slot or not. Slot or not.
Yeah, I know a lot of times when I'm flying the VCX, I'll put chopper in, specifically for that to be able to 4K and still get that action.
Oh, that's why. So Manaru had 1 shield left, but then the R5P8 was the punishing. Get it, punishing. The punishing one.
Oh, that's right, because it was an extra crit. That's right.
So yeah, so I had it right until I had it wrong because of the reroll into a crit is the side effect. If you do that, take that damage. All right, so what do you like? Who do you like here for this turn coming up? Round 4 about to commence. I should tally the objectives at 7 to 5. Is that what I see right now? I think so.
That's correct. Yep.
Yukusaba 812. Hello there. How are you? How the heck are you? We'll go to our overhead view for a moment while we are in planning. Han looms in the distance on the right side. Kanan, badly hurt. Boba would like to be in a position to capitalize on that whole breach. It's a little awkward for Boba, I think, where he is. Maybe we see a 1 hard or 2 hard boost. Not exactly sure what we'll end up seeing Boba do.
Although if Boba does a 1 straight, he would he would clear the strain, would likely still be able to get the reroll from Ezra, and then a second reroll from the Marauder title. So I think that's still within. He would still have range there, even if Kanan does the 4K.
Yeah, all little bases for sure. Nico Saba, I know. This is a big turn. I'm excited about this turn. So trying to get out of dealing with Afra's, it's that half arc there.
Flips the hull breach.
Gotta fix hull breach. Yeah, it's a little bit of an awkward spot for Cat, just where her ships are right now versus where Kanan is.
Manor going in to claim that center objective. We did have an agile gunner this past turn.
Yep. Yeah, we're going for the objectives here. I like it. I mean, Kanan is worth 7 points, so the big swing if you can get it. Afra is worth 6 though. So in Sandy up 2 points right now is something. Mappy, hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. I spent 5 minutes too long working on this.
Got a 3 talent from Boba.
Lots of big, exciting things happening in 2024 for the 312 crew. I also just recently got invited to do Stephen Kim's podcast.
Han is moving in.
He's moving in, and that's scary for Manaru.
Cat
is in a position to lose 2 ships.
Might be debating a rotate to get a second arc on the Afra.
Yeah, but no Bistan. But yes, that's probably maybe the move for the Afra being on 2.
Yep. Getting that.
Afra reinforce the front is what I'm seeing. All right, so he did rotate. Han did rotate. Range 3 obstructed, so Afra gets a bunch of dice as well.
Probably gonna Han that.
A lot of big ships, Samurott, indeed. Ooh, not great, Bob. So Cat likes to see it, loves to see it, rolls 2 aids, and we're fine for now. That's important. Cat might keep Afra alive another turn. Might just do it. Played 2 games yesterday on Pirate CIS. How did those games go?
Nothing for Boba.
Aw, poor Bobby. All right, Ezra. What can Ezra do here? It's fun to see the gauntlet on the board, you know? Such a cool ship.
Oh, for certain.
Got mine.
All right, so range 1. Spends the force. Yeah, spends the force because of the stress.
And gonna need to see an evade, right? From Afra to live.
Yep.
Ezra hasn't taken, he's only taken a shield so far. Can Afra get the evade? No.
No, takes hit crit, and that's gonna be 6 points for Sandy.
Sandy up to 13 now.
See what the crit is. Hull breach, so that's not going to matter. We'll get simultaneous fire.
Right. This also appears to be a good turn for Sandy in terms of objective points as well. I'm gonna check on the Bistan, the no Bistan bounty here.
So one.
Yeah.
One hit.
500 credits. I was wrong about that.
Ezra evades. Now, last shot before Afra goes off the board into Ezra. It's a 4v2. Think we're going to see some Lando action here.
Yep, Lando
here it comes.
Lando.
2 hits and a crit.
Oh, that's an interesting list. The I6s, all the 6s. It seems fun though, but it seems also kind of inadequate for some scenarios.
So Ezra got 1 evade, so he's going to take shield and a crit, and the crit is direct.
Oh. Down to 7. Still lots of health there for Mr. Bridger. It's 13-5 currently before we tally up scenario points. That would have been a point there for Cat. Afra stuck around.
On claim. So
On not
there.
range
So
in the top right.
So I think it might end up being. Let's see, is Ezra in range of the center objective?
I think so. Yeah. Contested
So
there.
that one's contested, so just one for
point.
Sandy.
14-5. So to get back into this game, it is going to take a 7-point swing in the forms of Kanan Jarrus, who is facing the other way right now and pretty far away from. Only Boba would be the one to pursue. Not a great position for Cat right now. Just again, yeah. This is my crappy taped up box though, with painted gauntlet, kind of inspired by the Night Brother look. And I like this is mostly for when I flew Ezra. Just like the kind of nifty. Sick Gonti, thank you. Thank you, yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, so I would expect probably like a too hard from Kanan.
Yeah, too hard from Kanan. I would, you'd probably just do what, like a bank, like a 1 bank or something with Han. That's enough.
Han?
I mean, Han bank, a 1 bank, a Han bank, is probably enough to get you both objectives. If for some reason Kanan will too hard though, so you'll be fine either way. Ezra, if honestly, there's so much pressure you can put on with objective points this round. So many opportunities. Ezra could just crash and go fast and either contest or claim the bottom point, and Sandy could be in a position to get 3 more points this round, get up to 17. Mandaru being stressed is a little bit of a bummer as well. Would be nice to be able to sloop to get another shot, just be facing the right way.
Probably just gonna have to do. Yeah, Mandarin's in a tough spot. Going with the 2 bank. is close to that top objective, but might be just
Yeah, looks
a
like
little bit
we
shy
off.
there. A little bit shy. Going for the stress, rotate.
There we go. Reinforce. And there's that hard turn you called. Makes sense. Probably makes the most sense, I would think.
Because Kanan doesn't want anything to do with Boba.
Certainly not.
There's the one bank.
Yep. Boba sitting nicely there. You have a reinforced.
Although Ezra will get that.
Yeah, he's not splitting the. It looks like he's
nope.
behind the half base. Yep. I'm taking a target lock. Okay. He does. Child is on Boba. So that makes.
Yep. Still has one force left there.
Doing some Manaru hunting, it seems, here is what Han is up to. Boba hasn't taken any damage, so Manaru would be the next one to go. Manaru, 0 shields and 6 hull. Looks like it's probably range 1. It is.
Yeah, Sandy's definitely gotten a lot of value with Han, both in terms of his gun and all paint. So spending for 4.
Yeah, Jesus.
And then also just getting a good amount of objective points. Han has certainly gotten his value.
Spend taking 3. Yep, Sandy close to claiming those 500 points.
Doesn't have the side arc, so no Notorious Train.
Yeah, just out. Boba now. Ezra, I mean, Ezra is on 7s. It's not nothing. You can sink 3 more in Ezra. Maybe you get a direct hit in there, something, a good crit. Get a crit chain, something. You could maybe deal with Ezra next turn. There are some choices to try to pull yourself closer into this game. And
I think we're going to spend the force there for 4.
No crits, though. Would have liked to have seen a crit in there if Cat. So Ezra rolling 2 as that reinforce the rear, and again rules double evades and takes 1 damage down to 6. Some impressive reinforced natty evades here from Ezra tonight.
He's definitely been a stubborn one.
Yeah. It's fitting.
Ezra's got a range 2 into Manor out the rear.
Maybe you can get 1 more in Ezra. Ezra does have his force, though.
Cat's first player. So yeah, Cat shoots first.
No.
Doesn't get any damage.
No, Boba's not even in arc. Okay, so this isn't Manaru.
Yep. Notorious reroll. Gets the hit crit.
And Manaru could die here, down to 1. If not if it's not, there's no direct.
Takes a blinded.
Next match, we have a captain versus captain matchup as the Slice and Dice captain FaZe will be taking on the Seven Sons captain Joel / Snaggletooth. Don't go too far. Joel, also a teammate of Steven,
he's
Team USA. Resistance, right, is what Joel was playing?
He was flying Resistance for XTC. Yeah, he's flying at a really high level right now. Yeah. Really excited to see that match. You can never go wrong with some captain action.
Absolutely.
All right, so just doing some math. So Kanan's 7, Ezra is 6, so that's 13 points.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Scenario points. I need to update it. Give.
So if Manu can somehow live,
right. That's the thing. Yeah.
Right.
Not looking sharp for Manaru right now. Yeah, that will be enough to clinch the win.
And Ezra's on 6 hull, so it would have to be a massive crit chain. So if Bobo were to go 4 straight, would have a shot into Kanan, would have the veteran tail. I don't even know if that would be enough. Very much looking like that 3 bank that Sandy did with Kanan a couple turns ago. I think sealed the deal because it kept Kanan on the board.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to in the background try to fix the mat.
Snagging that evade with the Night Brother title.
Insult to injury there. The one who rolls natty evades, taking an evade. Yeah, Sandy has played this game pretty well. Kept shots on target where they needed to have shots on target. Kanan escaping on 4 hole when it looked pretty iffy for him. Boba scooches. And you'll be able to take shots at both Kanan and Ezra. Ezra at 6, Kanan at 4. Han gonna need to... Maybe we need to rotate, maybe not. I don't think so.
No, I think Han's got Archon Manaru there. Just does get Manaru at range 1.
Ugh. Manaru, plunge. Oh. Hanryu. Oh, that's a crit though, isn't it? No, I'm just rerolling everything. Oh man, it's possible. Manaru's gotta roll some paint. Hey, and doesn't even need to spend the focus.
On the board.
Manaru, come on. Oh, and Ezra's rolling 1 less die, huh? Here, because of the swivel.
Yes.
Swiftly diddly. So you start with the range 3 obstructed shot into Kanan. The other opportunity for the ghost to roll 2 green dice, or here at 3-1-2 we call blue dice. It's I think 2 rerolls there as well, I believe. So you're just hoping for 3 crits and 2 blanks, crit chain. Oh, no crits. I think you de-reroll both, hoping to get a crit.
That's what we're seeing.
Okay, spend the focus, probably. You have your force, so you can spend some force.
Out of force.
Oh, I'm looking at the left side. It's on the right. Yep. That's Ezra's force that I'm seeing.
I think you got to
Spends the
send the focus here
yeah.
to push some damage through into Kanan.
Yeah, Kanan. Will be taking just one. So next turn, if Boba is able to, assuming Manaru lives, Boba can try to go fast and get range one at Kanan, and 4 hits would do it. Nice. That's a nice VTG,
bringing the
though.
fire into Ezra.
That's 4
4
into
hits.
Ezra. Ezra rolling too many
only one die. Only the one. Should have only rolled one there. Oh, there we go. Got us, Squiggle. So it takes
3.
reinforced.
Yeah.
So it takes 2.
And range 3 in a Manaru here. Yeah, Ezra is evading like a madman. He's a mad lad.
Spends the force.
Manaru still has that focus, right?
Yep.
Hey, Manaru! Spends it, survives. Another turn.
And still gets to shoot. So we'll have a strange shot, or a shot into Ezra, and Ezra's going to take a strain from Notorious. Cat remembers.
No Notorious?
Doesn't look like.
Well, with Notorious, you would be rolling 1 die at range 3, so there is only 1 die out there right now. Thinking about Han, but I just don't know why.
Maybe shooting at Han. Well, it's.
Yeah.
It makes a. Yeah.
Han has just got so much health still. Not the end game piece you need to take down. I mean, you'd like to, certainly.
So 2v2. For. Are we going to see an R5P8? Or is that only out the. It's just out the front. Ezra spends evade.
Ezra has something to spend, yeah. Yeah,
All
so,
right,
is there a world where Boba could somehow VTG kill both Kanan and Ezra? That's what it comes down to. Center is contested. Top goes to Cat. Bottom left goes to Sandy. Bottom right goes to Sandy. 2-1. 17-6. But yeah, I think you're right, Sandy. No matter how you chalk it up, has kind of clinched this game. Nope, not gonna look. And I think I'm like 2 or 3 rounds off. It's round 6 or 7 right now.
Round 7. About to be round 8.
The name of my owner. This one's Maya, and then Cleo is probably sleeping on the couch. She's the troublemaker of the 2. Cleo is. Maya's pretty chill. Planning phase. I'd rather see Kitty. Yeah, but she's on my lap now. Here. Right, go.
So probably either a 2 or a 3 straight with Boba. I think the hard part is that even if Boba is able to take off both Kanan and Ezra, I don't think the 5 points from for Manaru would push Sandy up to 22.
Yeah.
Plus any objectives, because I think the best that Cat can get up to. So you get 7 from Kanan, 6 from Ezra, and then like one objective point from Boba, which would push up to 20.
It still wouldn't even be enough. You still wouldn't even get killing both of them wouldn't even get you to 20.
No, although Boba would probably be able to claim like an objective, so it would get to 20. But if Manaru dies, which is likely, then
Ezra rocks himself.
Wow.
That's not insignificant at all. Takes... Man.
Just takes 1.
Something about that gold die. So down to 3.
No.
Boba. Couldn't Boba get both kills? I mean, it seems it's way more likely that you kill Ezra here than Kanan, right? Just because Kanan's on 3 with the reinforce, so you'd have to find a way to get range 1 of Kanan. So that might not even be range 1 at the rear arc right now. It might be.
Although I don't think it wouldn't have the reinforce.
Oh, you think so?
No, because I think he's splitting there.
Oh, that is significant, but it won't matter once Manaru dies. But mission points matter in the league a lot. So another chance to get Manaru here for Han. Manaru on 1. 4 dice. Is Manaru strained? Yeah.
Got the 2 hits.
That'll be enough.
Oh, he Honned. Spends the focus.
That will get the captain of the Coarse, Rough, and Irritating's 222, which I do still want to see if we can get a double kill here. Be nice.
Can never go wrong with going out with a bang here.
I know.
So
that would get Cat to 20. Oh, it's range 3. Check that. Let's make sure that they're checking that arc, though, right? They're that. We'll see how much damage they apply.
Boba reroll. Would need for that to be a crit.
I think a Kanan 3-hole, Kanan will need to roll a paint to survive, because you're right about the reinforce.
Kanan's on 4 hull left right now.
Oh, Kanan's on 4. I thought I had 3. Didn't Kanan take a damage last turn? I have him on as 3 right now, but you counted and he has 4.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's a stack of 2, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, there is.
Yeah. He's rolling 2. What? How much damage did he take? He can't take.
3.
No. So did Kanan roll blank on the defense die? I guess so, right? Yep, that's gonna get rid of Ezra. Nice job there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How does Kanan have 2 hull left? I think Sandy applied the reinforced. Oh, Boba didn't use the focus. Oh, well, there you go. Got it. Gotcha. So Kanan survives.